Hello, what's up, Bastianite? Golf Professor Rafal Grease Kaiser says Dub Airs. Oh no. Guillaume, JJ, Phoenix, Brady. Hello, Caressa, how's it going? Chubalito, ATN, Luis, Mia, Dark Jitsu, Grungy, Eric, Final Boss, Positive Machop, Timu, hello. What's up, everybody? Super Broker with the 7 months. Appreciate that, homie. All right, chat. Yeah, we are streaming 3 days in a row. This is true. Hello, chatters. Hi. We're back. What started with over 260 trainers is down to the final 3. Yo, thank you, Dark Jitsu. I appreciate that. Yo, that's awesome, Brady. Subtile actually reached out to me and then was like, I went to my locals and I met someone who watches the channel. And I was like, there's no way. What started as 260 plus battlers is now down to the final 3. Richie from Mexico, Marto from Argentina, and in the loser side of the bracket, Vitorello, who is hailing from Brazil. You have to commentate this in either Spanish or Portuguese, by the way. I can do neither. If you want Spanish commentary, Thorn, you better hop your ass in VC right now and come help me out. Cause oh my god, I cannot. I will get my house burned down for how bad I speak Spanish. I can understand some Spanish and therefore some Portuguese, because the languages have a lot of similarities. Like there's a lot of words that are very similar. Like there are a lot of words that are I mean, obviously the languages will have the differences, but there's some words that are very, very similar. Like, for example, GB Lindos. Lindo's beautiful in Portuguese. Lindo, basically the same word in Spanish. I'm not as fluent in Spanish as I am in Portuguese. Like, I think it's because they're romantic languages, I want to say. So there are some words that are very similar. It helps me when I watch the Brazilians battle, or watch the Brazilians stream their battles. But on the winner side of the bracket, chat, we have Marto and Richie. Marto rocking Malamar, Shadow Gator, Non-Shadow A/, Azumarill, Clodsire, and Jumpluff. And Richie with Superior Clodsire, Galarian Moltres, Shadow for Alligator, Annihilate, and the Non-Shadow Alolan Sandslash. People really liking that Non-Shadow Alolan Sandslash. And the good news is this is stall-free, chat. So we can skip through all the stalling and just get to the good stuff. Now, these two are actually both teammates. If you notice, they both have 7-Eleven gaming jerseys. So they know each other quite well. Quite well. So this is going to be an interesting matchup because these battlers are very familiar with each other's play style. All right, it looks like we are pretty close to lock-ins here, and we have them for Alligator on the lead into Malamar. And this matchup is a bit of an interesting one. Marto with an immediate no shield. He is content to take shield advantage in the back line here. Hydro Cannon rocks the Malamar. Malamar farming up here. Malamar going to go for a foul play right before that move is reached. Foul play will do quite a lot of damage. Look at the Psywave pressure applied by the Malamar already. Foul play is going to be shielded for Alligator. Tries for the farmed out, but does not get it. And we see Marto grabbing a 2-0 shield advantage instantly in this game number 1. In comes Azumarill, hard pivot by Richie into Superior. He was not expecting the Sand Slash in the back. Oh, and that is disastrous for Richie, as he got both shields to win switch and save for Alligator energy. But now the Superior is just going to get absolutely destroyed by this. Oh no, the Sand Slash is about to go off. Gonna go for a Leaf Tornado now. Marto with an immediate no shield. People run a very wide variance of Malamar IVs, so it's entirely possible that some Malamars don't get there and some do. Marto intentionally farming to 100. He wants a drill run loaded to be able to potentially land that on the Feraligatr here. He is going to click the drill run there. Looks like he actually did go through the fast move, so I don't know if that's a CMP tie or not. But Hydro Cannon is going to be shielded up, and there's the Alolan Saiyan Slash. Okay, it was somehow a CMP tie. That is very odd. But either way, it's not going to impact the outcome of the game because nothing on this team wants to take drill runs. Like, even if you catch it on the Sand Slash, that's still not winning for you. So, he is going to be firing off this drill run. Non-Shadow on Non-Shadow does not KO, but it does enough. So, you can land it, go Azumarill. There's just no hope at this point for Richie. We see the shake of the head, and he's just saying, I am not even going to throw my energy. That was just not a great start, but I'm going to look to bounce back in game number 2. I did hear that this Winners Finals does have its fair share of game bad, which is unfortunate. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Yeah, all this. We don't want this. Yo, what's up, OG? Skip through these. Also, chat, while we watch this, if anyone can remember, in this meta, I think Powder Snow's better. If anyone can remember, do you guys, you know what? I'll bring it up after game 2. We have a failure to detect location. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, what is that? What is that up there? Dog, what are we doing, Niantic? And that's a cap tie somehow? He's supposed to outpace by a turn. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Richie is in fact spoofing to your mama's house, doing these battles right now. Oh my god, man. What are we doing? It's obviously not Richie and Marto's fault. It's the game, like... Oh my goodness. Like, obviously, like, Richie lost a turn there to start with. I don't know if, because Marto could have definitely thrown there anyway, so I don't know if that's actually would be something that would be, that Richie would consider dispute worthy, but we'll have to see. Alright, gonna fire off the Ice Beam here. Richie making notes, probably noting down the residual energy here. The Ice Beam is going to land. Richie looking to farm up quite a bit here. Richie, this is a little greedy. This is a little greedy. This is a little greedy. Oh, does that get the farm down here? Oh, it doesn't! 1 HP! Oh, boy. Oh, man. Clawed energy gone. That's painful for Richie. In comes Feraligatr here. Marto kind of has to mirror here and does. Gets 1 turn bring in, and he's just shaking his head. Oh my goodness, bro. They really gotta get their shit together, man. This is brutal. So Marto's down a Shadow Claw. We're gonna see a switch out to the Moltres. This will be a little interesting. Gonna throw here right before the Ancient Power is reached. So Ice Beam is going to pick up the KO. And then... Oh no. That missing Shadow Claw. Marto was 1 off the move. Granted, I don't know who's Gator wins cap. But... Oh, Richie... I guess, yeah, Richie missed 1 in the lead, though, too. Yeah, that's fair. So I guess it does kind of even out. Alright, Richie takes game 2. The fact that... having that up there... Yeah, because Richie would have got a sneak. Like, if we go back here... Like, this shouldn't be cap. It takes 1 turn to switch out here. Richie throwing here shouldn't be a cap tie. It shouldn't be a cap tie. Marto throwing should give Richie a Shadow Claw here. But yeah. Anyways. match under review. They're talking about it. They are talking to CCO. Oh! Richie, a rematch was granted and Richie conceded. Interesting. So that was Richie's choice. That was Richie's choice. Yeah, so a rematch was granted, and then Richie said if you have the Shadow Claw, you would just win, because Richie must know that his Gator loses cap to Marto. So Richie basically conceded the rematch and said if the game worked as intended, Marto would have won. Thorn brought up a good point where the missing Shadow Claw in the beginning means that I think it could have played out similarly, but I guess Richie didn't think so. Yeah, so instead of playing out a rematch, Richie just conceded, so it's 0-2 Marto. But yeah, that missing Shadow Claw at the start from Richie does even out the one that Marto missed. All right, well, we go to game 3. Yeah, it's definitely possible that he didn't remember. Yeah. Because obviously we get the benefit of watching it back, whereas they don't. All right, Malamar versus Gator again. Foul play, gonna be shielded up. Going for the Hydro, and Marto now knows. He knows how positive this matchup is for his Malamar, so he's just gonna let this through every single time. I mean, it is the battler's choice. All right, he is gonna throw this time. It is a best of 5. It's best of 5, Dark Jitsu. But yeah, it was Richie's choice. Like, a judge can only ever give a rematch. It is just Richie's choice as to what he decides to do. Ooh, Richie conceding switch. But it's Azu A-slash in the back. Oh, man. And he goes Azu here. Yup, all right. We're looking at a 3-0, folks. We are looking at a 3-0 here. This is true, ATM. This is true. If Niantic just fixed the game, we wouldn't have these issues. But yeah, this is just... All right, so Marto is guaranteed top 2 after this game finishes. And Richie will fight it out versus Vitorello, the Alolan Marowak man, in the losers finals. Because Serpent to A-slash, even if you get a Leaf Tornado debuff, it's not enough to flip that matchup ever. So this is just done. Also, chat, while the rest of this matchup plays out, I need your help for something that you will learn about on the second channel at some point later tomorrow. And that is, does anyone remember, like, a really good sweep, like, for in a regional championship? In a regional championship, a really good sweep that was set up by Shield Advantage. I'm thinking the most likely culprit is probably just a Moltres going insane with Shield Advantage, because that's what it does. But yeah, if anyone can remember a specific match in which Shield Advantage helped a regionals competitor just sweep a game, that would be very, very helpful. For reasons that will become obvious in about 22 hours on my second channel. Yeah, he goes for the Leaf Tornado. He gets it, but it does not matter. Yeah, I know Kazim had Moltres, but I don't know if he, like, swept the dude with it. He gets both Leaf Tornado debuffs. That's very funny. That's very, very funny. My 2-shield Araquanid into Axon's whole team, that's fair, but that wasn't at a regional. That wasn't at a regional. He gets the catch here, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, 2-shield Araquanid definitely went crazy there. But yeah, if anyone remembers a specific, and it doesn't have to be a Moltres. I just think Moltres is the most likely culprit. But a good, like, endgame sweep in a regional setup by Shield Advantage. I think I remember there was one involving a Moltres. It was like a Moltres versus Azu endgame. But Moltres was up a shield, and everyone was like, it's GG. And then Weedle in the Twitch chat was like, wait, I think Moltres can win it, and then Moltres won it. Didn't even drill run BM. He was -4. A drill run would not have KO'd. Oh, I went too far. Yeah, he had been Leaf Tornadoed twice, Draco. He was -4 attack. Drill run might have actually lost him the game. All right, losers finals. Vitorello versus Richie. Vitorello from Brazil, Richie from Mexico. We've already seen Richie's team. For Vitorello, it's Shadow Alolan Marowak, Shadow Alolan Sandslash, Azu, Superior, Gastrodon, and Galarian Moltres. We see he is Rage Fist close combat. Broadcast keeps thinking Rage Fist is a fighting move. It's not. Lyle versus 6'10", Louisville, game 3. Thorn, you are my favorite. Thank you. Is that day 1 or day 2? I think that was day 1, right? Thank you. Yeah, I remembered there was a really good sweep because the second channel is going to be a mix of like more creative style GBL content, like doing things outside the box that I wouldn't want to try on my main channel. Oh, that's a nice catch. Catching up the player rough, because you don't want to mess up the main channel's algorithmic performance, but also a lot of educational content. So that way, whenever people ask me in chat, how do I get better at the game? It's not just me yapping at them. Instead, I can just have commands that go to videos that can tell people how to improve at the game. But yes, thank you, Mr. Thorn. Much appreciated. Also, Vitorello called that. Good Lord. Let me go back here. Yeah, he has enough for it. Like, it doesn't KO, but it does a shitload of damage. It does a shitload of damage. Like, it doesn't KO, but I believe the Shadow Alolan Sandslash can get Powder Snow down after can get Poison Stung down after an EQ lands. He's gonna fire off the Drill Run. Drill Run does do more damage overall. Does pick up the knockout. Yeah, so that's a bit of an interesting call. But I guess Moltres and Azu in the back, he doesn't care a lot about Switch. Yeah. Speaking from experience, oh no. Dark Jitsu had a bad day against the Clodsire. The A-Slash can kind of go insane for Richie. Yeah. No Gator ever Ice Beams a Moltres. He shields, and then it's just A-Slash time. He's staying interesting. Catch here though. Yeah. It is an AWAC. Yes, Swapnil. AWAC is like 1 in 6 in its streamed games that it's been brought. Oh, he's Shadow Claw. I forgot that he's Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw actually complicates things here. Yo, what's up, Kristen? Shadow Claw means there's no fast move pressure to the Moltres, but he can actually farm down Azu. But, I mean, he has 2 shields to hide behind here. He's good. He just throws 8 billion ice punches at this thing. He knows he has to tank 1, but yeah. He's just shaking the head right now. He knows there is not a way out. Outpace, though, I mean, the A-Slash is 2 shields. The A-Slash is 2 shields. Yeah, there's just nothing Vitorello can do. Oh, gotcha. Boost plus farm, yeah. I just prefer casting more. I just prefer casting more, to be honest. All right, Richie, hyping up the crowd. He takes game 1 against the AWAC man. Why commentary? It is really fun to get to like enhance and bring to life people's really cool plays. All right, game 2. Ooh, good lead for Richie for Alligator into a Azumarill. Like there are a tremendous amount of very good battlers. I think there are far fewer good shoutcasters. If he wants to get ballsy here, he can catch on the A-slash. Oh, Vitorello throws on alignment here to avoid a catch because Richie would never switch there. Richie would never switch there. Because Vitorello so far has, like, every time he's brought the AWAC, he's lost. So at this point, it's just a calculated gamble if he won't bring the AWAC. Although Richie did run ABA strong to the AWAC here. This Hydro doesn't KO, but Richie can one in the move. Watch me eat my words and then Vitorello runs AWAC every game. But so far in the tournament, running AWAC has not worked out for him. There's still time to change that. In comes the Moltres. But yeah, this is so awkward. He's really banking on his A-slash sweeping. But he pivots out. That is a really good pivot out. He saves the Gator. They saved the Gator. If they made Fire Spin a Mud Slap clone? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Its issue is that it, like, doesn't do the damage you need it to do. But if it got buffs, then yeah. Make everything a Mud Slap clone? Oh, boy. Chad is not cooking today, I fear. I know he's joking, but Chad is not cooking. Chad is not cooking at all. Mudslap clone Fire Spin Zard. Alright, Swabnil, right to jail. Bubble Araquanid. Oh my lord. Thorn is praying that Spider gets actual. I'm a little surprised that he showed third here. He didn't have to. If I'm him, I'm bringing in Gator, and I'm never showing third there, ever. I'm never showing third there. Showing third gives Vitorello information, but Richie's up 2-0, man. Richie wants that rematch. They should be announced in, like, just under 2 weeks. I'm not expecting massive updates. Like, to be honest, chat, and this is something that I'm curious about. Like, the open Grey League meta to me right now feels really good. I'm honestly not 100% sure what I would change. I don't think anything is too strong right now. Genuinely. And that feels like the first time in ages that I don't feel like anything's too strong. Mudslap is very overpowering neutrally, but the moment you have a Mudslap resist, it gets absolutely shit on. It can't do anything. Like, personally, I don't have an issue with Slap. I don't have an issue with Claude. I don't have an issue with Gator. Like, Gator's strong, but what I like about Gator is not RPS at all. Gator is strong but flexible. So Gator being brought into matches will often lead to situations where you're not hard countered. Whereas you can be in a tough spot, but if you have a shield and energy advantage Gator can potentially sweep. Yeah, like no single mod is broken, some cores are too polarizing, centralizing. I think that's a decent way of phrasing it. I think that's a decent way of phrasing how I feel. Thank you, Baj. But yeah, some cores might be too polarizing, but I don't think any individual mon needs to be nerfed, which is the first time in a while. Which feels a little wild. It feels a little wild. Honestly, I'm not sure if that's just good meta design or if it's just the 50-second switch timer, meaning that we can dance around stuff better. Ooh! Gets the A-slash into Moltres, but this is Shadow Claw, which means this matchup is a little bit shitty for A-slash. Jonathan, I actually don't know if they're showing a replay of it. This meta would be asked the 60-second switch clock, in my opinion. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, Claude! But it gets gastroed. When the going gets tough, what do you turn to, chat? You turn to the RPS slug, Gastro himself, entering the field at the perfect time. But 2 earthquakes can knock out here, which means Vitorello has to throw energy. Like, this matchup right here, Claude into Gastro, is why I don't think Mudslap should be nerfed. Because if you give Claude too much of an energy lead, Claude can and will beat Gastro. So, for how strong Claude is, I think having a strong Mudslap is very good. Brings in the Gator here. Body Slam, no shielded. Gastro. Oh, Richie throws 2 in the move. This second Mudslap won't register, so it's a way for him to get a free Shadow Claw without taking any extra damage. So that is an interesting timing there. He wants a little bit of residual versus the Moltres. But Moltres re-enters the field of play, fires off the AP, and is able to force a shield. Moltres, we're now going to say he switched out into the Alolan Sand Slash, but there's no fast move pressure here. Now we're going to bank some energy, switch into the Azu. Bubble goes through. And this is actually tilting towards Vitorello. Because how do you kill Chet? How do you kill the big scary bird? You have to throw a charge move at it, and Vitorello has too many shields. You can't Shadow Claw the bird down. Moltres is going nowhere. This is why in endgames you have to be very careful about how you're going to remove things from the field of play. That Moltres is low, but it can take a lot of Shadow Claws. It can take a lot of Shadow Claws. So this should just be a win at this point for Vitorello. And these bubbles just get the Gator lower and lower as well. The moment the clock's up, Vitorello wants out of here. The moment the clock's up, Vitorello wants out of here. There it is. There's the AP. May as well. Yeah, we're good here. Like, could have farmed down to prove a point, but may as well throw the ancient power, right? If you have it, may as well. Buff Steelwing deletes Skarmory from the game. So Vitorello gets 1 of the 3 wins he needs. Richie's still very much in the driver's seat. Ooh, all right, Claude into Moltres. It is the Stone Edge Claude. Azu safe swap from Vitorello. Yup. Bank the energy. This is good Moltres play in my view. This is good Moltres play in my view. Bank energy. We saw NTC do it yesterday. Bank energy, switch out, make them have to save a shield for the move they know you have. All right, Dark Jitsu, trainer please. Trainer please. We have gone from Hawk to Puns to Buff Steelwing. Trainer please. Yeah, life behind bars with no parole. Emolga is a Spice Electric pick. I think Emolga's issue is that it is an electric type. Ideally, electric damage is good into the meta, but you don't want to be an electric type. Most of the time. All right, brings in the Moltres, doesn't get the farm down. Hydro is reached. Hydro doesn't knock out here. He may choose to let this go, and does, because he knows Hydro won't KO. And he has a move, and this can account for some serious damage onto the Claude. Hundo Ledian, I don't think this is the meta for it. Aggressive switch into the Sand Slash. Oh boy. And he's so weak to Sand Slash now the Gator's gone. That's a really good line from Vitorello. That's a really good line, and that's really, really well executed. He should know it's just a Stone Edge here. Yeah, he thinks about it, but he still ends up shielding it. In comes the Moltres. But that's a really well executed line of like, he's just saying, with the lines I've run, he's not bringing Superior. So the main thing that can answer the Azu is the Gator, and that can just free up A-Slash. fire off the Ice Punch. That does huge damage, but he's not going to let him get the bird without conceding a shield. So good energy awareness by Vitorello here. But yeah, Vitorello has almost a Brave Bird loaded on his bird, so he should be in a pretty good spot here. Because Richie has to debuff himself and switch out. Then he brings in his Moltres, and you just, yeah. You're good. GG! Oh shit, we're going to a game 5, folks. Vitorello has staved off elimination twice. We're going to a game 5. He still has not brought the Marowak. And he still won't bring it. We have Sandslash into Sandslash. Now, Powder Snow and Shadow Claw both have identical pacing here. Obviously, the Shadow Claw will do more damage overall. Richie not going right away. Instead, going to shield and look for an overfarm. Ooh, an Azu save swap from Vitorello could be really tough here. And does. Brings it in. The Sandslash gonna stay in and throw a Drill Run. But if you're Vitorello, you're very happy at this, like getting a little bit of damage on the Sandslash, getting it closer to potential Drill Run range later on. Azumarill continuing a massive farm here. Another Drill Run fired at the Azumarill, and Vitorello is very, very okay with this. Drill Run is going to connect. Azumarill can even take another Drill Run as well, even after the Shadow Claws. Azumarill over-farming quite significantly here. And we're going to see another Drill Run and another No-Shield. Vitorello has sacrificed this entire Azumarill in exchange for close to 100 energy, but this energy does so little into the Sandslash. Sandslash is going to let this through as, of course, Play Rough, not a particularly threatening move, and I believe that Sandslash can get a farm down here. It's going to be close. We're actually going to see a switch out into the Moltres. Moltres immediately met with an Ice Punch, and Vitorello lets it through. Vitorello saying it's super effective, but I'm not in any danger of being farmed down. We'll have to see what the switch out is here. It's going to be into the Clodsire. A Brave Bird will be reached before Claude gets its move. So we'll have to see if Vitorello goes for a cap tie here. No, Vitorello is going to shield and look to overfarm, trying to get as much energy as possible before unleashing that Brave Bird here. Yeah, freezing. This was earlier in the day, and they streamed it over on the Pokemon channel, not the Pokemon Go channel. So that's why the VOD isn't there. They streamed it on a different account. Brave Bird gonna be no shielded by the Clodsire. That does significant damage. Claude able to hang on. Moltres, oh, cannot escape, and he just lets it go. He tried to catch out of it, but he wasn't able to, so he's just gonna let this go. Down goes the Moltres, and it's all up to the Sandslash. Sandslash does get a head start here, but Richie has the Feraligatr. A catch is available for both here. It is charged attack priority, a Wiry Engineer, and it's gonna be the Gator. Gator gets one turn bring in though. That could make a difference in this match. That could make a difference in this match here. We are going to see a shield on an Ice Punch. So keep in mind, Richie does get the one-turn bring-in here. We'll have to see. Vitorello now going to get hit with the move. This is going to force the final shield. And, oh, man, this is going to come down to the wire here. Vitorello and Richie both very close to the moves. Richie overfarms, gets the catch. Oh, man. Oh, man, and I don't think this game is going to be disputed after that catch. That catch is devastating. Richie was still in it, but he lets the move get caught, and now I think this is all she wrote. Drill Run fired at the Feraligatr. This is Shadow on Shadow. Should be enough to knock it out, and does. Richie's energy situation on the Sandslash is dry. Ice Punch is reached, and Vitorello is going to get the reverse sweep against Richie. Ice Punch KOs the Sandslash, and Vitorello with the pop-off there as he's going to advance to top 2 and the grand finals against Marto. The dramatic comeback from Vitorello. 0 AWACS played. Well done, Vitorello. Well done, Vitorello. I've been told there is a Marto interview before Winners starts that we have to watch. All right, so here we go. So now we have the stage set. It was Richie versus Marto. Marto won. Richie versus Vitorello. Vitorello won. So grand finals will be Marto versus Vitorello. He lost to Shadow Claw, but I think what it came down to is Vitorello still needed, like, Vitorello catching kind of nullifies that a little bit. Because Vitorello getting the catch, like, who sent Vitorello to losers? I would have to take a look at that. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go, chat. All right. I've been told we have to listen to this interview.
In Brazil, we have Vitorello.
Okay.
All right, Marto. So you just saw your teammate lost, which you also played a part of. How are you feeling for this grand finals? Are you ready to get your revenge for him?
Yeah, I'm sad that he lost, but I'm feeling confident. And also, I have to say, Niantic, please fix the game. That one turn lag was so bad. But yeah.
Marto's officially my GOAT. Marto's officially my GOAT. That clip is what I've seen from it. Marto on stage saying that one turn lag was so bad, Niantic, fix your game. It's my fucking guy right there. That's my fucking guy right there. Let's go, Marto. Oh, that is incredible. That is incredible. Yeah. All right. All right, Chad, here we go.
Finals like that.
This is grand finals. Marto is from the winner side of the bracket, which means he only needs to win one best of 5 to be crowned champion. Vitorello is from the loser side of the bracket, which means he needs to win 2 best of 5s if he wants to be champion. So just so we know, Marto, Malamar, Shadow for Alligator, Alolan Sandslash, Azumarill, Clodsire, and Jumpluff, and Vitorello with the Shadow Alolan Marowak, Shadow Alolan Sandslash, Azumarill Superior, Gastrodon, and Galarian Moltres. The stage is set. Vitorello needs 2 best of 5s to be champion. Marto only needs 1. We've got leads for game 1, and it's a good lead for Vitorello, leading Azumarill into Malamar, and he brought the Alolan Marowak. He actually brought it. He actually brought it, chat. It is on his team. We're going to see a save switch to a Sandslash. Disaster strikes. Sandslash so strong into the team if it can avoid the Marowak or the Gastrodon. But in comes the Marowak, and it's absolutely shredding. Drill Run connects. Marowak hangs on. Marowak is going to get a full farm down, and it exits on low health, which prevents a lot of farm for Marto, and it exits with energy. Oh man, Marowak did something for the first time all tournament. Unbelievable scenes here. Malamar, of course, going to win that charge attack priority tie, and we're going to see an immediate no shield from Vitorello. Marto very good at energy management with the Malamar, but he didn't get the catch. Azumarill has the play rough loaded. Vitorello is right to bring it in right away, and not to give Marto the opportunity to potentially switch out. Force the shield with the play rough, put Marto on the defensive here. Because Marto would love to catch out of this, always have energy, chip it away, because Malamar does win 2s here, but in comes the Azumarill. In comes the Azumarill. This is tough. Vitorello has the Moltres in the back. Vitorello is so strong into the Malamar, but he's very weak to the Azumarill. And now, Vitorello is forced to stay in this matchup, up a shield, but down health here. Play roughs being traded by the Azumarills. Vitorello firing off another play rough. Marto choosing to let it go. Looking at the team sheet, if there's not a switch in, you have an idea as to what's there. It's going to be the Moltres, and that's going to be tough, but the Malamar has a lot of energy. The Malamar has a lot of energy here. This could come down to a very tricky end game, where, as the Malamar, you put yourself in a really awkward spot where superpower does the most damage, but if a superpower gets shielded, future ones do less unless you have an ability to reset a debuff. So preserving the Azumarill, keeping it alive, could be very important. He nods. He knew it was back there. In comes the Moltres. Azumarill farming up. Azumarill gonna go for an Ice Beam now. Ice Beam going to be shielded up by Vitorello. And this will be a very difficult end game to play out of here. Maybe a foul play bait, But if that gets no shielded, things get awkward. So it's going to be a true 50-50. Mind games left and right. Ancient Power fired here, but there also could be a boost. 10% chance that Vitorello automatically wins the game with the boost. Moltres, Ancient Power does not get the boost. In comes Malamar, and Marto's going for the foul play bait. He's going for the bait, but Vitorello calls it. Vitorello calls it. He understands what Marto has to do. He no-shields the first, and now we might be able to outpace. This is going to be very close. He is one off the back-to-back Ancient Powers here. Marto very close to the back-to-back. This will be very close. This is going to come right down to the wire. Marto, he's one off. He's one off, but the Moltres has it. The Moltres has it. This is going to be a game 1 win for Vitorello here. Vitorello, by a half second, one singular turn, takes game 1 in dramatic fashion. What a game from both players there. My goodness, that shows how precise these battlers have to be, as a literal half of a second was the difference between victory and defeat. And now Vitorello up in the series. That Alolan Marowak neutralizing the Sandslash so effectively mid-game, and then that devastating bait call there. All right, we're getting close to game 2, folks. We're getting close to game number 2. Do we have lock-ins? We do. Oh, he caught him ABA! He caught him ABA! He led Superior Azumarill Core into Jump Pluff, and Marto brings out the little cotton ball, and suddenly Vitorello is on the back foot. Energy Ball is gonna rock the Azumarill. In comes Feraligatr. Feraligatr very comfortably tanks a play rough here. Marto, he's thinking about it. He shields. Vitorello needs 2 best of 5s, Charlie, because he comes from the losers bracket. That's why he has an L by his name. I don't like that shield by Marto. This is not Hydro Cannon range. But yeah, this is not Hydro Cannon range, which means, yeah, I don't like how this is played out for him. Because now the Alolan Sandslash for Vitorello actually goes crazy. It's another line where Vitorello is ABA, but he's finding a way to work out of it. If Vitorello shields, Marto's right back in it. But since there's a jump bluff, there's no reason for him to shield. Yeah, he just lets this go. He just lets this go. Marto reads what's in back. Aggressive pivot Sandslash. Oh, this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Marto figured out what's in back. He's making the aggressive play here to bring in the Sandslash. Sandslash exits with an Ice Punch, but he is down a shield. This is going to be tough. In comes the Sandslash, farming up a ton of energy. Marto going for the Ice Punch bait here. Vitorello, he calls it. There's no way. He calls the bait. Oh my. Marto shambles here in game number 2. Vitorello, ice in his veins. Oh my goodness. And he's going to take game number 2 after leading ABA into the jump pluff. Oh my goodness. Someone check this man. He's got the IRL Discord bot, chat. He's got the IRL Discord bot. That's why, shit like this is why I always thought the Discord bot conversation was stupid. Because some people just have that dog in them. And Vitorello is one of those people. He's one of those people. In comes the Jump Pluff. Jump Pluff just gets Ice Punched here. And yeah, this is all she wrote. This is all she wrote. But yeah. Energy Ball. Oh, he doesn't even get it. It's just an aerial ace. And he lets it go. Oh my goodness. Oh man. That looks so good for Marto, but Vitorello flipped it on his head. That is good information to know though. Marto now knows that his Sandslash wins cap over Vitorello's. That's good information to have for future. Somehow that wasn't cap. Hello? They both pressed the move. Never mind. I was gonna say that's good information to have, but... Hey chat, do you want to know something very interesting? Chat, this is your Portuguese/Spanish lesson of the day. Anderson says orgullo, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but that word is very similar to orgulloso, which is proud in Spanish. So therefore, I can use word association and be like, what Anderson said probably means that he's proud. Yeah, because orgulloso is proud in Spanish. Languages having similarities is very cool, chat. It's very cool. Word association like that is the entire reason why I'm able to watch the Brazilian streamers. Like, I can't speak any Spanish, but I can understand a little bit of it, and that helps me understand an even smaller amount of Portuguese. It is pride, orgulloso is proud. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, again, I cannot stress enough how little of these languages I know, but there are some words where I can kind of pick out a little bit. Jump bluff into Moltres. Fairy Wind hits for super effective here, but these charge moves from the Moltres are devastating. Oh my goodness. There's the Marowak in the back, but it's double water lurking back there. He's gonna switch out. Oh no. He switches out. Jumpluff has all the energy, but he gave up switch, and now Vitorello can put the Marowak on the Jumpluff. Brave Bird crashes into the Azumarill. Gonna farm up, bank the Brave Bird for later, go in the Azumarill, and this is looking devastating. This is looking devastating for Marto, because Vitorello, this health advantage is not recoverable in the Azumarill mirror. He intentionally got that damage, rebanked the Brave Bird. For Alligator is not going to be able to survive the Moltres. This is looking like a 3-0 bracket reset. Oh my goodness. Vitorello showing the world why he was the first legend in the world a couple seasons back. A very good battler here. We are going to see the play rough fired at the Azumarill. Marto choosing to let this go. This will not be enough to knock out, but it will get the Azumarill dangerously low. We see an aggressive switch into the Jumpluff. Jumpluff with a perfect overfarm, able to outpace, but Vitorello more than happy to concede the Azumarill in exchange for a massive farm from the Marowak. Marowak is going to be entering the field here, and that is not what Marto was hoping to see. A Fire Spin goes through there. A Fire Spin should not have gone through there. Hello? Aerial Ace is going to be fired off at the Marowak. Marowak again with the no shield. So both trainers bring in their spiciest picks, but unfortunately Marowak completely demolishes Jumpluff. The perfect overfarm by Vitorello there. 2 in the move is alignment, but he's trying to get as much residual energy as he possibly can. So he's going to fire off the Shadow Bone. Shadow Bone is going to knock out the Jumpluff. There's still for Alligator, and there's just a couple HP left on the Azumarill. Azumarill is basically only good for a sacrificial swap. Due to that overfarm, he gets the Bone Club. That's going to be shielded, and then it's going to be Moltres time. Moltres up a charge move and with a shield will just be devastating in this endgame here. Does Marto go for the catch? So much loaded energy, and it ends up being a cap tie here. Vitorello still having the 2 shields to hide behind. Going to commit the shield on the Hydro Cannon. Ancient Power. I mean, it's going to do so much damage. This forces Marto to shield. Vitorello has the back-to-back moves loaded. Do we see a switch attempt from Marto here? We do not. He's farming up. There's the switch attempt. He's getting farmed down. And that's a 3-0 reverse sweep as Vitorello is now going to force one final best of 5 there. Oh my goodness. We get to do it all over again, chat. One more best of 5. Vitorello came from the loser side of the bracket, which is why he has to win 2 best of 5s. Marto had not lost the series up until now, so now they're both going to have L's by their name, signifying that this is the final best of 5 of the tournament. For Marto, he 3-0'd against Richie just to get 3-0'd by Vitorello. Can he fight back? Vitorello. This is going to be interesting, chat. All right, hold on one second. All right, here we go. We're locked in, and it's a good lead for Marto. Azumarill into the Shadow, a Lowland Sand Slash. Let's take a peek at the backlines here. Switch does matter quite a bit. Switch does matter quite a bit here. There's a Moltres, an Azumarill, a Feraligatr, and sorry. I am mucking up my words here. There's a Moltres and an Azumarill for Vitorello. There's a Feraligatr and a Sandslash for Marto. Marto really wants that Sandslash not to be on that Azumarill and instead to be on the Moltres. Drill Run fired off by the Sandslash. Marto has to undertap if he wants to get this energy off. So the Drill Run is going to connect. Marto will do exactly that. Go for the undertap. Vitorello now with a choice to make. He could potentially go for an aggressive bubble down. Because an aggressive bubble down could force Marto into the Sandslash, and that would set up the alignment he actually wants. So this is actually kind of nice from Vitorello, as Vitorello can leave this with 100 energy. Energy threatens everything. That'll force Marto to bring the Sandslash in, because Sandslash tanks the energy better, and that gives him the alignment he needs with the Moltres. So this is actually looking pretty solid now. Oh! He thought he couldn't get the farm down, so he throws. This means that he's only going to exit with 45 residual energy here. The Ice Beam will pick up the knockout. So he is going to exit with only 45 residual energy here. In comes the Sandslash, and this is the alignment Vitorello wants. Vitorello going to fire off the Play Rough Marto with an O-Shield, but Moltres does very well against Shadow Feraligatr, and the Shadow Feraligatr does get a very, very healthy, energy advantage. Very close to the back-to-back drill runs. Undertapping means after the charge move, you basically just click it right, after your opponent's charge move, you just click yours without waiting a turn, or without doing any extra overfarms. Alright, we will see a shield on the Sandslash. There's the switch in! In comes the Moltres! And Moltres is going to have its shields, taken away here pretty quickly. The question is, does Vitorello end up shielding the second? I wouldn't be surprised if he lets this go, calling its Gator in the back, and he does! And he does. That's a great read by Vitorello there, because Ice Beam would do a lot more than an Ice Punch. Hydro reached by the Feraligatr. This Moltres so low, but due to that Dark Subtyping, Shadow Claws not doing nearly as much damage as they would if it were neutral. And Vitorello is going to build up. He is one off the back-to-back moves. This is 98 energy, not 100. Marto's going to call it. Brave Bird connects, but the clock's up. He can reset the debuff here. He switches out into the Azumarill. This is going to be a very close endgame. Marto needs the Drill Run. He gets it, and it's going to come down to fast moves here. Drill Run KOs the Azumarill. Sucker Punches versus the Powder Snows. No! He got one turn. Marto wins, but it should have been a tie. He got one turn. No. Charlie, that is an undercharge instead of an undertap. He only got one Sucker Punch in when he should have got two. This is going to end up being a rematch here. Look at this. Moltres only gets one Sucker Punch in. It only gets one Sucker Punch in. I mean, if he clicked the move, then the move should have gone off then. But it should have been a tie. Oh, you're good, Charlie. You're good. But yeah, so that we're basically just treating as a tie, because it should have been a tie, and they're just gonna, yep. Okay, here we go. Let's get out of replays here. Okay, so they redid that very fast. No, they did view it a rematch, yeah. They did view it a rematch. I just accidentally tapped ahead too far. Oh, good lead for Vitorello. Gastro into the Sandslash. Feraligatr save switch. Answered with the Moltres. Azu into Sandslash is favorable for the Azu, but the Azu cannot 1v2 a Gastro A/Core. This is, in my view, a rare game where it's kind of over on alignment in this meta. This is the closest this meta gets to RPS. You should always Ancient Power here when the Gator's on 6, right before they get to their 7th, which would be the Ice Beam. It is a rematch, Wanlu, yes. So they're back to 0-0. Marto able to force both shields, but look how healthy the Moltres is. Oh, we got the boost? I looked away for 2 seconds. Ancient power. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is my fault, chat. That is my fault. I checked the football score. That's my fault. And now he has to deal with a boosted Moltres. I mean, even if you bring in the Sand Slash boosted Brave Bird is going to absolutely shred that thing. And he's going straight for it. I mean, this will do so much damage. This is going to do so much. It's resisted. This is a 1-stage boosted Brave Bird. Bang! Look at the damage there. Oh my goodness. Defense only at -2. It goes from +1 to -2 as it gets dropped by 3 stages. And Azumarill cannot 1v2 in the back, which means this game is over. Aiden comes to Sand Slash, and yeah, we're done here, folks. Unless Marto, I mean, even if Marto gets, like, aggressive switch Sand Slash and gets energy, I still don't think it's winnable. Brave Bird lowers your defense by 3 stages. His defense was at +1 from the boost, so it takes it to -2. But yeah, Vitorello has now won 6 games in a row. Brave Bird is actually 3. Yep, it is 3 stages. Yeah, Drill Run shielded up by the Azumarill here. He's gonna try for it. Trying to get the farm on the Sand Slash. Nope, doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. Yeah, we're done here, folks. Yeah, CC is -2, Brave Bird's -3, yes. And he's just gonna 0 bubble it. He's tilting. I can't blame him. I can't blame him. RPS'd and boosted on is rough. RPS'd and boosted on is rough. That's rough. Alright, chat, now we get to see. This is where Marto gets to dig deep. Does he just roll over and let Vitorello 6-0 him? Or can he dig deep here? This is where it comes down to a mental game. You can't give up. You gotta keep at it and keep playing well. Ooh, terrible lead! Gator into Superior. Clodsire answered with the Sand Slash. Oh my goodness. The perfect lead and swap for Vitorello here. What does Marto have in the back? Oh, hold on a second. Vitorello hard wins lead and swap, but Marto Sand Slash so strong in the back. He baits. Vitorello's gonna call this bait. It was always -3. It was always -3. Now this could get interesting. Vitorello letting it go. Vitorello intentionally overfarming here. I think Vitorello is reading the Sand Slash in the back and knowing he has to get energy on Moltres. Yeah. This is him trying to cover for an A-Slash in the back. Moltres, I mean, it's up energy. This forces the Gator in, but I think Alolan Sand Slash can sweep this. Yeah. Drastically is -4, yes. And I think the only move that does -4 is High Jump Kick. Back-to-back Ancient Powers here. Marto can shield. Wiry, if you can, after this game's over, ask me about Moltres. Oh, nice catch. But yeah, a Wiry or someone ask me about Moltres after this game. That is a good catch by Vitorello. He's trying what he can, but A-Slash is just a menace here. Alright, perfect. Alright, Frenzy Plant being fired at this Alolan Sand Slash. Sand Slash able to hang on. And he's just going to go for this full farm down. The full farm down here. Sand Slash beast mode here. The regular tanking these moves no problem. Clock not yet up. Marto could throw and let the clock come up for his opponent, but he's not going to do that. He's just going to farm all the way down. In comes the Moltres. He farms that down as well. Marto saying, I'm right back in it. I'm right back in it. Okay, chat. He fought back. He hard lost lead and swap. Alright, chat. This upcoming weekend is gonna be the best time to get Moltres. And I'm gonna explain why. Hold on. I'm gonna explain why. Alright. Alright, here we go, chat. For this weekend, and this weekend only, Saturday and Sunday, there's something called the Wild Area. It's a new event, but why this matters is on Saturday and Sunday, they're adding a new Pokeball. It's called a Safari Ball. It's only good for Saturday and Sunday, so you have to use it or lose it. All trainers will receive a timed research set awards a small number of Go Safari Balls. Go Safari Balls make capturing Pokemon much easier. What does that... You know what's really hard to catch? Galar birds. So for Saturday and Sunday, you get these limited time balls that make catching at Saturday and Sunday this week, like this upcoming week, in a week's time, next Saturday and Sunday. There'll be a research to get these new kind of Pokeballs. People, they debuted them in Japan. They debuted them in Japan. And a Safari Ball, if you use it on a Galar bird, y'all know how they have like the red, yellow, or green rings? It had a green ring. It makes it a lot easier to catch. Yeah, I saw a screenshot where someone caught 4 Galar birds in a day. So the sauce is gonna be on Saturday or Sunday, do the research, get these balls, get your daily incense up, and then use Roar of Time. Roar of Time, yeah. Roar of Time, for those who don't know, hold on. I am gonna screen mirror here. If you don't know about Roar of Time, you're going to. Hold on. Let me mirror my screen real quick. Alright. Screen mirror, go! Okay, hold on. Also, Dialga will be in the wild. Dialga will be in the wild. Here's the thing, chat. As we go here. Also, I can show the catch location on this because this wasn't at my house. But Roar of Time Adventure Effect pauses the timers of Incense and Daily Adventure Incense. So here's the thing. If you don't have a Roar of Time Dialga, Dialga's returning to raids. You can get one, and then you can pay 5,000 dust and 5 Dialga candies, all the way up to 100k dust and 100 candies to pause the timer. It is not Wild Dialga, no, it's in raids. It's in raids, chat, it's in raids. But you can use Roar of Time to pause your daily adventure incense. And so that way, if I put my daily adventure incense up and then I click this button, I would have 2 hours and 15 minutes of daily adventure incense. So that's going to be the sauce for this weekend is put up, for next weekend, this upcoming weekend. Put up your daily adventure incense, put on Roar of Time for a while, and you can obviously put it on for smaller denominations as well. Like you can increase for 12 minutes, and then you have way longer daily incense, and if you get a Moltres, you'll have Safari Balls, which make it a lot easier to catch. Also put a Star Piece on, because it pauses the timer on Star Pieces too. So, if you're gonna run Roar of Time, put a Star Piece on as well, because it'll pause the Star Piece timer for however long the Roar of Time's going. But yes, that's gonna be the sauce for if you don't have a Moltres, how to get a Moltres easier this weekend. Safari Balls, great question. There is going to be, all trainers will receive a timed research task that awards a small number of Safari Balls. So it's free and it's for everyone. It's for free and it's for everyone. It is next weekend. Dialga is in raids throughout the week. Also, yeah, you can't save Safari Balls. You can't save Safari Balls. So you have to use them this weekend, like next weekend, or lose them. Yeah. Also, if you have a bunch of rare candy you don't care about, like me, you can put your rare candy to get extra Dialga candies. But yeah, there is also mighty Pokemon as well. But realistically, as far as PvP goes, the important thing is the Moltres. That is good to know. And Kristen says there's a paid ticket for extra Safari Balls every hour during the event. That's good to know. So you can get the Safari Balls free to play. If you want more, you can pay for more. So I feel like that is a solid middle ground there. But yes, a mighty Pokemon is, hold on. Mighty Pokemon are more likely to be XL or XXL. Encounters show exclamation points. This is what the Safari Balls are meant for. Is I believe they have an IV floor of 13. We don't know if Wiry. We don't know if that's a bug or not yet. But yeah, they either have a floor of 12 or 13 here. I can't remember which. But they have a very high floor, and they're more difficult to capture, and the way you know it is it'll show exclamation points. And they're very high level. Like, you can catch mighty Pokemon at level 50. Yeah, level 40 to 45, weather boost is 45 to 50. But yeah. But yeah, so if you don't have a Roar of Time Dialga, Dialgas during this week, because I believe it comes back at some point this week, has a chance to get Roar of Time, so I would just play the Dialga raid hour until you get one with Roar of Time, and then you can use, if you don't have candy, rare candy to get extra Dialga candy to then, on Saturday and Sunday, increase your daily incense time. You're in Australia, got the Roar of Time Dialga? Nice, Tristan, that's awesome. I am locked the fuck in. Moltres is sick, and everyone should have the opportunity to get one. That's why I'm so locked in right now, because this is the easiest way to get them. I should probably make a YouTube short about this. Just titled, "Hey Bozo, have you seen people use Moltres and not have a Moltres? Good news!" Final boss. It isn't boosted Moltres spawns, but this upcoming weekend, so next weekend, they're adding a new Pokeball, the Go Safari Ball, only for Saturday and Sunday. That makes it so that anything you catch with it has a way higher catch rate. So people, they tested them in Japan this weekend. Yeah, they tested it in Japan this weekend. It is just daily incense, Devin. And since daily incense is only 15 minutes, that's why we recommend using the daily incense and then using Roar of Time to pause the timer so that way it runs for longer. Yeah, so that way it does run for longer. But yeah, Safari Balls make it so if you encounter something like a Moltres, it has a green circle. So it's way easier to catch. I saw someone caught 4 Galar birds on an incense in Japan because they just ran Roar of Time and Safari Balls made them really easy to catch. But yes, this is, so it's not extra Moltres spawns, but you can increase the timer to get more chances at a Moltres spawn, and if you see one, it's way easier to catch. Gambino, we are in the finals right now. We are in the finals right now. I just had to pause and tell everyone that this weekend is easier to get Moltres. All right, here we go. All right, we're back. 1-1. Yeah. Ooh, Gator into Gastrodon. This is a good lead for Gator. This is a good lead for Gator. Not bringing the Marowak this time. Marto running ABA strong to it, and it's nowhere to be found. Gastrodon into Gator is always going to be a win for Gator in the twos, because Gator can always land a Hydro and just farm down. He goes for the Earth Power, which is how you win the zeros. Marto's thinking about it. He shields it, and now we could see a pivot here from Vitorello, and we do. In comes the Moltres. Answered with the Sand Slash here. Marto's shaking his head a little bit. And he just did it again. Oh, is Marto worried about a Serp in the back? Marto might be worried about Superior in the back. Superior in the back, but Vitorello doesn't have Superior. He has Sand Slash, so he's going to double shield. He's going to double shield here. He does leave with a decent amount of energy and health. He's going to bring in the Sand Slash. Farming up. He's going for the drill run here. He is not baiting his Vitorello Sand Slash ever again. Dialga got radar on Thursday. Okay, thank you, Annie. That is very helpful. Oh, the catch onto the Gastrodon. Nice. Vitorello doing what he can here. Definitely doing what he can. I still think, I mean, because you can just, yeah. Go Gator, throw this move, and then it's just over. All right, so Marto should be able to pull up back-to-back wins here because the Sand Slash just can't get through the Azu. That is his issue here, is the Sand Slash can't get through the Azu. Like against Powder Snow, Azu just wins that zeros. All right, Azumarill enters the field of play. So much energy on the Sand Slash. If 3 drill runs plus the Powder Snow's KO'd, this could be dangerous, but it doesn't. Look at the drill run damage. That's not a third. So Azumarill pretty comfortable here. Azumarill getting hit with another drill run, but he's going to be able to make it to the play rough. Vitorello already caught on the Gastrodon, so he has no available catches left here. The play rough is reached. And that is going to do some pretty significant damage to this Sand Slash. Sand Slash is going to be put deep into the red. It's resisted, but it's just running out of health here. Drill run is reached. Azumarill survives this move. This does not knock out. Unless Marto is a really bad Azumarill, but he hasn't shown that he has a bad Azumarill. Yeah, he survives this. He switches. He Powder Snows down. And Marto takes it. Marto takes it. 1 win away. 1 win away from becoming LAIC champion. Vitorello needs 2 in a row. He's done it before, but Marto seems to be on a bit of a roll right now. All right, we're skipping to the replay here, folks. You know what? Mistakes. Okay, and now it's just gonna sit here loading forever. That's not my internet. That is them. My stream has 0 drop frames, so that ain't my issue. All right, I see tabbing. They're locked in. A smile. Ooh, Azumarill into the Moltres. We do see the oh man. Marowak in the back. He's gonna bait here, but that Marowak in the back is so rough. He's baiting him. He's full set before, and he just keeps getting the calls right. He's gonna bring in the Azumarill. Azumarill is very awkward because you can't switch in Jump Bluff. Jump Bluff down a shield just loses to Azu. So he's kind of forced to stay in, but then he's just gonna get cooked by the AWAC. Oh no. This Marowak could prove devastating for Marto. Marto gonna no shield here. He brings in the Sand Slash, but oh boy. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. He's able to save the Azumarill, but clocks are so misaligned here. Clocks are so misaligned here. But he has so much energy, he can't really switch it out. He can't really switch it out yet. He's just gonna stay with the Azumarill. There's the switch into the Marowak. Marowak gonna get smacked with a drill run, and he's just gonna let it go. People haven't really, like, this is the first time AWAC's made a day 2 this season. I imagine people have tried it, but it hasn't gone well. In comes the Azumarill. Azumarill just going for the Ice Beam. Everything Azu throws is resisted here. Marowak with an O-Shield. Ice Beam is going to connect. It does not KO. Gets the Shadow Bone. It's caught onto the Jump Bluff. So he's able to preserve the Azumarill. But Jump Bluff is still going to take some sizable damage from the Shadow Bone. Clock not up. It takes 2 Fairy Winds to KO, so the Fire Spin does register. In comes the Moltres. Moltres not particularly threatened by 1 Aerial Ace. Like, can choose to shield 1, but knowing Azu has energy, he's not going to be shielding a second one here. He still has his Azumarill available as well. Clock still not yet up for Marto. Gonna play to the CMP tie here. Ancient Power. He's gonna call it. Marto says he lives it. It's a regular jump bluff, and it does. He tanks it on very low HP. No boost for the Moltres. Vitorello gonna let this through, knowing this is not the move that's gonna KO the Moltres. Marto clocks up, switches into the Azumarill. Azumarill going for the Ice Beam at the Moltres. But at this point, I think Vitorello is just in too good of a position, as these Sucker Punches, while they don't do a lot, will continue to add up. We see the switch to the Azumarill, and that Moltres is very, very close to a move. Marto's gonna need a perfect overfarm to win it. Vitorello firing off the play rough, and this is gonna be very tough. This is gonna be very tough. Marto gonna need a perfect overfarm to get there. Marto, that's gonna be it. This play rough, I think it'll knock out. I think it's gonna knock out here. Marto, oh, survives, but not by enough, as that Sucker Punch range. That Sucker Punch range. But I believe he needed to be one off the Ice Beam for it to matter. Yeah, because Vitorello was 2 off, so he did the correct overfarm there. Otherwise, he gets outpaced, but it just wasn't enough. All right, chat. It all comes down to this. Game 5. These battlers have played dozens of battles this weekend. One will emerge as champion. One will taste the bittersweet taste of defeat. Chat, this is going to be a good one. I'm actually not going to skip ahead here. We're just going to sit here, and we're just going to have to just bask in the anticipation of what could be. That game 4, Marto almost played his way out of it. Getting Marowak on Sandslash is disastrous, but he was able to make it very, very close. So we're just gonna sit here like the people who had to watch it live and wait to see what they decide to lock in. Baron is calling that he's gonna bring back the AWAC. AWAC's actually put in work in day 3. Day 2, it was very, very useless. It was very, very useless. All right, if you're enjoying this content, let's hit that like button. We got 400 people in here. Appreciate the hell out of y'all. Yo, what's up, Roll the Dice? This is the final match of the day, baby. You're here just in time. They're locked in. Game number 5. Moltres into Feraligatr. A devastating lead for Marto. This is such a favorable lead for the Moltres. He did bring the Marowak. Marowak is in the back. Moltres is going to be hit with a Hydro Cannon bait, and that's going to grab an early shield from Vitorello. This is a bad matchup for Marto. Marto needing to switch out here. In comes the Azumarill. Vitorello, he's baiting here. Last time he baited and Marto shielded. Does Marto call this here? Ancient Power shielded at the last second. Vitorello gets the call right, and now it's Azumarill versus Azumarill, and this could end up with Alolan Sandslash on the Marowak. Oh my goodness. Azumarill is going to trade play roughs in the mid game. Switch clocks are misaligned. Marto's clock will be up well before Vitorello's, as these clocks are about 15 seconds or so misaligned. Play rough after play rough traded, neither Azumarill making much of a dent here. Play rough is going to connect. Switch timer will be up soon for Marto. Marto farming up a ton of energy. The switch into the Sandslash, and Vitorello is forced to throw. Marto able to save 100 energy on the Azumarill, sending in the Sandslash. Is clock up for Vitorello? No! Vitorello clock not up. Marto has energy. Vitorello staying in. He wants energy on his Azumarill as well. Marto farming up a ton of energy. Back-to-back drill runs loaded. Vitorello knows that he can survive this drill run, so he is going to let this through. He banked a ton of energy on Azumarill. There comes the Marowak. Marowak going to get hit with the drill run. The fire spin did go through, which means that Marowak is going to get a farm down. Clock not up for Marto. He can't save the Sandslash. And in comes Feraligatr. Feraligatr going to get hit with a Shadow Bone Club. Bone Club not hard hitting, but Feraligatr, it's going to need all the health that it can get. Feraligatr committing the shield. no switch clock available for Vitorello. He's just getting farmed all the way down. Vitorello sends in the Azumarill, loses the cap tie to the Gator, and he lets the energy go. He lets the energy go here. For Alligator picks up the KO. That's a lot of energy lost. In comes the Moltres. Moltres farming up, and for Alligator gets the Hydro Cannon. Marto has a move on the Azumarill. The Feraligatr lives this. Does he go for the snipe? Hydro Cannon, shielded. There's the snipe, but he predicted it. He predicted it. He gets the Brave Bird on the cap tie. Can Azumarill hang on here? LAIC determined by the Azumarill, and it survives. And Marto Galde will win the Latin American International Championships. The Azumarill that could. Oh my goodness, sensational grand finals there. You can't ask for better matchups than that. And Marto, his emotions overcoming him on stage. What a series. Two competitors at the top of their game. Marto takes it. He was third at Worlds. He won a regional, and now he wins an international. I do not have to make an AWAC video. Let's go. Wow. Hydro might not have KO'd. What a game. What a game. AWAC will not win an international. Instead, Jumpluff wins an international. That's such a good example of, like, he never had alignment throughout, but he just kept dancing. He just kept dancing, and he won. He won. All right, chat. Oh, that's going to be it for me for today. There are no more battles on today's stream. Thank you for hanging out. I got to go work on future videos. But yeah, that was an unbelievably good grand finals. We literally can't ask for better than that. I need to watch the interview. Is there like a winner's interview? I watched an interview. Oh, right here. Okay. There is an interview. All right, we can watch the interview.
At all for Vitorello, like it did in those first 3 games before the bracket reset, but ever MVP tonight. Ready for
Much, Martin. I'm here
Okay.
with Marto, who is very emotional. What does this win mean for you, Marto?
It's everything to me. It's all I can dream. After I couldn't get the world champion, I felt a bit mad or sad, and this is like the second best thing you can get after world champion. So,
Oh man,
it's something I never expected. I didn't feel I was prepared for this, but I somehow got it.
Now,
You can
during
see
the
the tears
matches,
in his
it
eyes,
felt like
man. This
Vitorello
means
was
so much to
predicting
him.
Every single thing. He wasn't shielding when you needed him to shield. How was that making you feel? The bracket reset happened. Were you feeling the pressure?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it. I think he deserved to win more than me. The way he played was something I have almost never seen. It was one of the best finals that I have seen someone play, and I feel like I made some mistakes, but I got a bit lucky at the end. I'm so happy. I don't know.
Yeah, you seem very happy. And so, is this win extra special because it's in your home region in Latin America with the whole crowd here rooting for you?
Yeah, I don't.
He's barely holding it
expect to
together.
win it, so I don't even know. I didn't think about that, but I'm yeah.
We can tell you're very happy, and it means a lot. All right, so to let you go, any special shout-outs, anyone you want to mention who helped you get here and helped you with this win?
Yeah, first of all, I will say 7-Eleven, my team, they have trusted me since 2022, and we have grown so much as a team. You can see Richie as well getting the trophy. It makes me so happy. And we all did this together. We grew together, and I feel like everything is going up. I would like to thank my girlfriend for all the support. My family, which is watching me, they're probably so happy. Lo quiero, bye, mama. And my friends, my community on Twitch is probably very happy as well. So thanks everyone for being with me.
Oh.
Let's give a big round of applause for our champion, Marto.
Oh, that was such
All
a
right.
heartwarming interview.
We're still in for our trophy ceremony, so don't go in.
That was such a heartwarming interview, chat. You can't end it on a better way than that. What a deserving, humble champion. He's an absolute demon at this game. And I hope we see more of Vitorello as well, because Vitorello played extremely well. All right, chat, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all later. All right. Peace.